That's right, we like those. What a fantastic next generation experience that I just played. The greatness, the true evolution of gaming. The next step of this game right here. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy X here, and I just finished Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, stuff like that. Like, I just finished it like literally like an hour ago, stuff like that. But of course, I don't want to wait and sit on it because I got a lot of other content to do. So I want to do while it's still fresh in my mind, stuff like that. But quick, it's gonna be spoiler free review and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna dive too much into the story. I'm gonna brief about it and stuff like that. But you know, it's not gonna be no spoiler stuff like that because you know, if you lucky enough to get a PS5, this is a must. A must. This is not even a debate. I don't care if you say $70. I don't know about. Trust me, I'm telling you, this is worth every penny. Every to the cent underneath your couch cushions. Every cent is worth it and stuff like that. But I'm gonna talk about this the story, which I found really interesting and stuff like that. I want to see where they're going with it and stuff like that. And then I'm gonna talk about, of course, the gameplay, the graphics and stuff like that. I got to dive into, but I'm gonna do another playthrough in performance mode, stuff like that. You know, try to see how it feels in 60 frames, stuff like that. Either the performance mode or the performance mode with ray tracing and stuff like that. So if you guys do enjoy this review, is to make sure that you smash the like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Make sure to share this video out because it helps the channel out so much. And let's just get right into it. So Ratchet and Clank RiftApart and stuff. So this is the first mainline Ratchet and Clank game and stuff. I think they said 8 years because the 2016 was the remake of, I think, the first one and stuff like that. So this one is like the new, the next chapter and stuff like that and stuff. So of course I was looking forward to it when they reveal and stuff like that. Now I did play all the Ratchet and Clank games and stuff like that. I wasn't saying that I was like invested to the story stuff. It's just I was always into the gameplay and stuff like that. So I don't really know too much about like the lore and stuff like that. But I do know Ratchet and Clank got some fire ass gameplay and stuff like that. But this is the next chapter, stuff like that. You play as Ratchet and Clank and stuff like that. You know, basically and stuff like that. They probably come out of retirement and stuff like that. You know, things happen and stuff like that. You know, with their villain Dr. Nefarious and stuff like that. Some things happen and stuff. You know, and then they sent into, you know, another adventure, stuff like that. But there's a twist. Now we have a new character and two new characters in the mix, stuff like that were fantastic. There's something right. We have Rivet, this in there, Rivet and stuff like that. She's another long back, stuff like that. So you know, Ratchet thinks that he's the last of his kind and stuff like that. But of course, in the other dimension and stuff like that, we have Rivet and stuff like that. She's another long back. Fantastic and stuff. Let me just say, the characters in this game, from the enemies that you face, the main characters, the side characters, my God, personality. A lot of games can take notes, especially open world games. The characters in this game have so much personality. Like, everyone you talk to, every character that you meet has their own personality and stuff like that, and it's fantastic and stuff like that. It's just, and the dynamic between Ratchet and Rivet and stuff like that, it's just like, it's like peanut butter and jelly and stuff like that. And between Clank and the new robot and stuff, Kit and stuff like that. I really like Kit and stuff like that. She I like the character because she was like this shy, shy robot and stuff like that. She didn't want people to get too close with her and stuff like that. Because she felt like she was dangerous and stuff like that. And stuff, but as the story progressed and she gains that confidence and stuff like that, it reminds me a lot of myself and stuff like that. I'm not a people person, so I tend to keep people at a distance and stuff like that. But it's just a lot of the story beats in this game, without going into it, really hits home and stuff like that. They deal with a lot of finding yourself and stuff, through hard times, stuff of believing in yourself and stuff like that. I mean, the story is funny and stuff like that, but it's well written and stuff like that. They deal with a lot of hardships and try and error and stuff like that and stuff, and they screw up a lot and stuff like that. But it's just when they all come together and stuff like that, and especially that ending, the last ending scene or the level, y'all have to experience that. That was the most craziest ending to a game on this generation that I have ever seen. There was so much shit happening on the screen. It was mind blowing and stuff like that and stuff. The finale, they nailed it out the park and stuff like that. And stuff, the final conclusion, stuff like that. And the villain, the Doctor Nefarious and stuff like that, or or they call him the Emperor and stuff like that. He has like real personality. Like, he has motivations. Like, it's not some like cheesy kid villain and stuff like that that easy beat. No, he gives Ratchet and Clank and Rivet a run for their money. Like, he ain't playing and stuff like that. He said, I want to conquer and destroy everything and stuff. Oh, you best believe and stuff like that. He not playing. So I loved it. The story. Love it and stuff like that. Now, of course, stuff like that, there are slow parts and stuff like that if you choose to explore and do side things. But even the little side missions and stuff like that, you can read lore about the Longbacks and stuff like that in one level and stuff like that. You can help side characters collect some stuff and stuff like that. They have a battle arena, like where you can get rewards, stuff like that, if you kill specific enemies in time or use a specific weapon and level up and stuff like that. Fantastic stuff like that. Story, so I'm gonna say it's a must play through and stuff like that. I'm gonna play through again so I could get more into it, because my first playthrough I was just like the whole way and stuff like that. But moving on from the story and stuff like that, we gotta talk about the gameplay. The gameplay in this game is hands down one of the most funnest games I have played in the last couple of years. From ending to beginning, dude, the movement, to the visuals, to how the guns sound, how the guns feel, and the haptics feedback make it feel so like immersive and stuff like that. Like, especially wearing headphones with that 3D audio. Oh my god, the gameplay in this is A1 and stuff like that. Now and stuff. You have a lot enemy variety and stuff like that. Not too much like towards the end and stuff. It's like some of them are just like the same, but they have more armor on them and stuff like that. But you face pirates and so like robot pirates and stuff like that. You face the Emperor's forces, Doctor Nefarious bounty hunters and stuff like that. Those those little crocodile type and stuff like that. And stuff like that. And the enemies, like I said, the enemies are real. Like, their dialogue is fucking amazing. Like, I don't know the details, stuff like that, but they react to what weapon you have. So I think like the what was it, the splitter bomb or whatever, and the enemy will be like, oh my god, be careful, he has a splitter bomb and stuff like that. Like they know like what you about to hit them with and stuff like that and stuff. So those little details I did pick out of something. Yeah, I was like, hey, hold on, stuff like that. They react and stuff like that, especially when you use the different weapons like the shock weapons and they get zapped and stuff like that. You can hear it and stuff like that. Like they have personality, even the enemies and stuff like that that you just face and stuff have personality. Sometimes before I got into the next battle stuff and they were talking, I just stopped and listened to them talk and stuff like that, and they have real conversations, stuff like that. So the enemies in this game and stuff, A1 and stuff like that. I like the little details of that they have they react to a certain weapon that you have in your hand or what you do with and stuff like that. They talk, they talk their shit and stuff like that. No issues. No issues. The gameplay itself, okay, hands-on fun. Now, customization and stuff like that. Now, this game has a lot of customization and stuff like that. You have little side objectives, so you collect crystals to use. Instead of using the bolts, use the crystals that you can find in the world to upgrade every single gun and stuff like that. From the rate of fire to, to how much damage it does and stuff like that. And the more you use a certain weapon, the more it levels up. So let's say if you like using the enforcer, and you can level that all the way up until I think the max level is 5 and stuff like that. For each weapon and stuff like that. So I really like the customization and stuff like that. You have different armor that you can find in these pocket dimensions and stuff like that. Like little. It's basically like little puzzle challenges, and you get like piece of armor and stuff like that. I did find myself wearing the armor because I like the default and stuff like that. But I did find most of the armor, so I might put that on my second playthrough and stuff like that. But the armor does have perks, stuff like that. So where you take less damage against the pirates enemies, or the Emperor's robots and stuff like that. All different types, but it gives you that extra layer and stuff like that. So you probably won't max out every single gun on your first playthrough and stuff like that. Maybe your second playthrough and stuff like that, because the weapon variety in this and stuff like that is amazing. Of course, it's a Ratchet&Clank game and stuff. They have all crazy, unique weapons, stuff like that. When you come to respect, so when you play a Ratchet&Clank game, you already know you're getting some crazy weapons, stuff like that. So I have my top picks. The little the little cannon that shoots out that beam of energy, stuff like that. That was my go-to, stuff like that. Hands down, stuff like that. Then they have the little minigun, and then the Forcer, hands down, stuff like that. Then I forgot what they had. I did use it, but it was like this fertilizer thing that you threw on the ground, and the enemies turn to grass, and then a sprinkler grows out of it, and it waters them, and it shoots the flowers. So if you shoot the flower, you do bonus damage. My favorite one though was the electric. I think the electric rod it was called and stuff, where you can just chain enemies together. So the more and more enemies come together, they all get shot and stuff like that. So the weapons and stuff, hands down, love and stuff like that. Of course, stuff like that. Most of them I didn't even get and stuff like that. I'm gonna test everything and stuff like that, but I'm so excited. But customization, the gameplay and stuff like that can't go wrong. No matter, so I didn't get bored once or repressed like, oh my god, here's another in the battle stuff. I was always looking forward to, the next and stuff, the next encounter, the next thing and stuff. And I probably say that in the graphics section and stuff like that, but dude, some of the set pieces in this and stuff like that. But that's the gameplay and customization and stuff like that you can respect in Ratchet&Clank, RiftApart and stuff like that. Fantastic stuff. The gameplay is always fun. Literally one of the funnest games that I played in a couple of years and stuff like that. So hands down. Now let's get to the nitty gritty. What everybody's talking about is these graphics. The graphics, hands down, like hands down, is one of the most beautiful games I have ever saw. Looks like a Pixar movie at times. Sometimes like photorealistic, like Sony. I wish that you kept the same energy and didn't go back to make some of your major games cross-gen. Can you imagine if Horizon Forbidden West and God of War was PS5 only? Just wonder if we went back, if we went to sleep and we woke up and Sony said, you know what? We're not doing cross-gen. We're gonna do what we said we're gonna do in the beginning, that we believe in generations. So Horizon Forbidden West and God of War will only be on PS5 now. Can you imagine how it's gonna look? This should prove to Sony and stuff that PS5 games and stuff like that, only stuff like that are literally game changing, stuff like that. This show gets Sony that PS5 games can literally test, you know, put the PS5 to its pace and stuff like that. This is why people buy a PS5. This is why people are wanting to go to next gen, stuff like that, for games like this. So we want to see a difference in a game. And this, lo and behold, oh my god, to the visuals, the graphics stuff, Ratchet and stuff has, you can see the individual hairs on his face. And Rivet too. Like the detail from the reflection because of the ray tracing and stuff like that, to the lighting and stuff. The level designs in this is like, my god, and stuff like that. Every single level that you go to, every single planet that you go to is something new, and it looks incredible. Like every little detail and stuff like that, you know, they took their time with. Even the characters, like the NPC characters that just walk around to fill up the world, they are detailed too. You know how some games, when you in the open world and stuff like that, they focus on the detail on the main characters and stuff, and sometimes the side characters and stuff like that. But the little NPCs and stuff, they don't mess with, like they don't really mess with that like that. No, and stuff like that. This is up every single aspect, to the ground, to the, you know, to the draw distances and stuff like that. Incredible stuff like that. And plus, I have an OLED TV, so that just makes it more pop and stuff like that. And the colors, like this game pops with the neon purple because of the dimensions when you travel through dimensions and stuff like that. Incredible. The set pieces. Now, when a game looks this good, the set pieces have to be, you know, top notch. The set pieces in this game had me saying, damn. That's all I was saying through my whole playthrough. Damn. It was one set piece where it was so good that I literally had to pause the game and put my controller down and say, what am I playing? Like, and people say, oh, it's 30 frames per second. Who cares? You cannot deny this game looks incredible and stuff like that. Incredible. Now, of course, if you play on the other performance stuff like that, it will still look amazing and stuff like that. But if you go, I recommend, even though, listen, you might be against 30 frames per second now, it might be old and stuff like that. It doesn't really matter to me and stuff like that. I'll play on either 30 or 60. If this is your first playthrough of the game, please play it in the quality mode or the fidelity mode. And then you can go back and play in 60 frames and performance. But when you first go around, you want all of those aspects and stuff like that. Oh my god, it's way worth it. So the graphics, hands down, one of the most stunning, visually stunning, groundbreaking evolution in graphics that I have ever seen. Ever. That's what I'm talking about and stuff like that. And it sucks that a lot of these big other games that are coming out are gonna be cross-gen and stuff like that. They probably still they probably gonna look amazing, like Horizon, they'll look amazing, but you know, they're not gonna really look like that level as Ratchet Clank, stuff like that. So that's all. That's all to say for Ratchet Clank and stuff like that. Phenomenal game. Phenomenal game. Of course, I cannot forget and stuff like that. You be like, wait, what score you give it? Easy. Easy without a doubt. I'm giving this game a 10 out of 10. Yes, I think that's the first time I read a game out on my channel. A 10 out of 10 and stuff like that. Hands down from every aspect and stuff like that. You know, but of course there were some slow parts in the game, but that didn't even matter and stuff like that. Just the visuals to the gameplay to the story and stuff, you know, how the characters, you know, react to each other, stuff like that, to, you know, to the set pieces and stuff like that. This game literally will have you on the seat going like, this is why I brought a PS5. This is why I brought a PS5. So I'm giving the game a 10 out of 10. Highly recommend it. If you have a PS5, please, and stuff, do yourself justice and pick this game up. Don't be like, oh, it's a little kid's game. No. No. It might seem kiddish, but trust and believe, you want to experience this greatness of stuff like that. So the views weren't wrong and stuff like that. This game is fantastic, stuff like that. And it's so fantastic that I'm gonna do a second playthrough. Now normally in one game I only do second playthroughs and stuff like that, but this I want to, because I want to see the game in 60 frames and stuff like that. But let me know in the comments down below and stuff like that. If you guys I got the game, what do you think about it, stuff like that? Me personally, fantastic game and stuff. One of the best PS5 games out there right now and stuff like that. You have to get, must cop and stuff like that. If you guys did enjoy this review, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Make sure you check this video out, because that'll help the channel out so much. Insomniac. This looks that good. Can you imagine Spider-Man 2? Stay safe, take it easy, peace.